Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. Today we're going to be going over a basic callout guide for Ascent for beginners, so let's get right into it. Okay, starting off, this is Defender spawn. Counter-Strike players will also call it CT spawn, so if you hear that, don't be confused, but this is called Defender spawn. Moving on, this is also just spawn or CT. And then moving on, we're going into the B site now. Right to our right, we have stairs, because there's stairs here, so this is called stairs. And then moving on, this is market stairs. And this entire area here is called boat. So yeah, this is boat right here. And then if they're on the switch, you can also say switch. Moving on, this is market. So this entire area here is called market. And then right outside of market to the left, if anyone's ever in this cubby, this is called logs because there's logs here. So that's why people call this area logs. Moving on to this side, going into B site, it's called lane. So this entire area here is lane. And then jumping out onto B site, we're now onto B site. This is the jump up box, so you can call it lane jump up. And then if anyone's ever playing here, you can just say under lane, or if they're in this corner, you can also say under lane. And then these boxes here is just called default. You can also call it triple if you want, but most people just call it default because the default plant is just right here. These two boxes is double stack, so if anyone's ever playing behind here, you can call it double stack. I've also heard people call it fish because there's fish on the ground, but that one's not really as common, so you can just say double stack. Moving on to here, we have backsite. So this is backsite B. This entire area here is backsite B. And now moving up, we're going now into B main. So this entire area here is B main. Right here you have the B main box. And then moving out of B main, we now go into B lobby. So this area here is B lobby. And then this is the B lobby shack or the B lobby hut. Moving on over here, we have tiles. This area here is called tiles. People also call it mid-link, but most commonly referred to as tiles. Moving on to mid, we have mid courtyard, but most people call this fountain. You can either call it fountain or just mid or mid courtyard. Either one is fine. This little thing right here, if people are sitting in this corner, people usually call it fridge. I've also heard generator, so fridge or generator. I think mostly I hear fridge. So if anyone's ever in this corner, you can call it fridge. Moving on, we have this entire area here is called Sabrosa. So if anyone's here or even like over here, this is called Sabrosa because pro player named Sabrosa did a crazy play here one time in a tournament. So now it's named after him. Moving on, this is catwalk. So this entire area here is catwalk. That's the catwalk box. And then this is the cat cubby right here. Where should we go next? Okay, right here is mid. And if you're in higher elo, you probably won't see this as often in lower elos, but it's still nice to know. So this is bottom mid, but a lot of high elo players will call this mid 1, and then this will be called mid 2, and this will be called mid 3. So you have mid 1, mid 2, mid 3, and this is nice just for specifying smokes in higher elos. You can just say smoke mid 2, and then they'll know that you want a deeper smoke. But again, in lower elos, you probably won't see this as often, and people will be confused if you call it. But in higher elo, this is mid 1, mid 2, and mid 3. So moving on, you have, bottom mid here. And then you have pizza. This is called pizza because obviously there's pizza here. So that's pretty cool. And then moving on, we have top mid. This is top mid. This is right side top mid. And then this is left side top mid. And then moving on here, we have, just like before, this is the attacker spawn. People also call it T-spawn if they come from Counter-Strike. So those are interchangeable, T-spawn or attacker spawn. And then moving on to the A side of the map, we have A lobby. This entire area is called A lobby. If you're over here, people also call this gelato because this shop here is called gelato, but I've never really heard anyone actually use that call out. So yeah, I just call this entire area A lobby. And then moving on, going into this area, this is A main, and this is the A main cubby, if anyone's ever in this corner. So this entire area here is A main. And then moving on to here, if anyone's ever playing in this rat corner, this is called wine, because there's a little wine shop here. And then moving into the A site, here we have A site. This is the close right box. Moving on to the left, if anyone's ever in this corner, you can call it switch because it's right next to the switch. And then just this general area is called door because this is where the door is. And then on the actual A site, this is the generator. So this is front gen. And then this is back gen right here. And these two boxes here are called dice. You can also call it green box. So dice or green box, those two are interchangeable. Refers to these two boxes on site. This is the jump up. So if anyone's ever here, you can say that they're on the jump up. And then right here is hell. You have left side hell and then right side hell. And of course, right above it is called heaven. So this entire area here is heaven. And then moving on to this area, we have heaven stairs right here. And this area here is called window because there's a window here that you have to break. So this area here is called window. And then this here where the grass is called garden. So this entire area here is called garden. And then moving on into this room, this is called tree because there's a big tree here. So this area here is called tree. And then you're back to catwalk. Trying to think if I missed anything. I think that's about it. So that's all really the basic callouts that you need to know. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the basic callouts for beginners to basically just get a feel of the map. And if this video helps you out, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.